What's up, everybody? I kind of want to make a short video on why people don't like to use other characters in Sparking Zero, and this is including DLC characters. So the reason why a lot of people don't like to use DLC characters, or it won't matter in Sparking Zero, because there's only one character in this game that a lot of people like to use, which obviously is not very surprising. You see him right here, MUI Goku. Majority of the fan base really only uses this character. It's mostly because he's not just broken, he is mechanically broken, and you'll see like a video of what I'm talking about. So basically in this game, the defense sucks. You can be dominant on the defense side, which doesn't give the opponent a stun lock, and this is why majority of the reasons why MUI and Whis are probably the only characters in this game that can recover really fast and just still face towards the opponent and still go on the offensive side. And what I mean by this, which I'm going to show a video clip right here on why these characters are so broken. So I want you guys to tell me that if this is not broken or not. Which right here, this MUI Goku activated Wild Sense. Alright. This is why a lot of people use this character. I'm just letting you know. This is the reason why a lot of people use these characters. They don't know why they use these characters, but this is the main reason right here. You ready? Okay, you see that? He uses Wild Sense, I dodge his Wild Sense, right? Now look at this. I'm behind the character. Bardock is literally about to punch him. I'm about to punch him, and here's what happens. He dodges it. He dodged it right there. Now, a lot of people can say, oh, but it's MUI. No, that's not how this game is supposed to go. If you're putting this as the character that's able to do this when you're successfully on the defensive side, it's not a good mechanic. It's not. That's the one thing they need to nerf, is stun lock the opponent. Just stun lock them if you're being really good on defense. It doesn't make any sense on why this character, and by the way, it's not just this character, it's Whis. Whis is also the other problem, is that this character, when they have an auto dodge system, that it doesn't matter. You can have the advantage, and if you're just behind the character, that doesn't matter. They're always on the defensive side. This is why a lot of people use MUI, and this is why MUI and Whis are the only, like, pretty much, like, I'll say like the most unique characters in their own way, but mostly because the game is just mechanically broken. And this is probably the main reason why a lot of people dropped Beast Gohan and dropped Piccolo. I don't think you ever see a Beast Gohan or Piccolo in singles or DP at all. You probably run into Beast Gohan more in DP because you can start off as a 4 DP character, but in singles you're not seeing Piccolo, you're not seeing Gohan, you're not seeing anybody except for Gogeta or MUI Gokus. And it's because of those broken mechanics that it kind of makes that, you know, these people just are not interested into learning other characters. And pretty much what I mean about that is that if you're going to drop DLC, you have to make these people interested of, you know, wanting to use these characters, right? For instance, we got a preview of the DLC for Daima characters, which I already seen that a lot of people are not excited about. Even if Vegeta went Super Saiyan 3 and Goku went to base to Super Saiyan 3, and we're also getting Glorio, but imagine if those characters, if they show the full trailer, it's not going to matter. At the end of the day, it's not going to matter. Those people who are meaning MUIs, meaning Whis, they're probably going to use these characters for like a week, right? Like, MUI and Whis are just, like, I already just showed you that they're mechanically broken in this game, and is the reason why that a lot of people use them, because they think they're not going to have a chance in PvP going against other MUI players, so they kind of have to counter as a counter against these other people. So you know, if can't encourage people to really inspire to use other characters, for instance, DLC characters, I mean, just look what happened to Beast Gohan. Like, people are using Beast like for like maybe what 2 months, like 2 months, and that's it. And everyone's just started using MUI Goku, like going back to MUI Goku. That's the main reason. It's just a lot of people just. Beast is not a good counter to MUI because of that mechanic. So that's another reason why a lot of people don't really like to use other characters except for using MUI and Whis. Now, another thing I also want to get into is that a lot of this community don't really want to get full depth out this game. And pretty much what I mean about that is that people don't want to explore the game mechanics or just other characters. Like, these people who use MUI, or for instance, using MUI, using Kefla. A lot of people use Kefla just to spam the rush attacks. That's already confirmed that every Kefla user spams the rush attacks. But these people who uses these characters, it's like they complain about like these issues of that they don't know why they can't super counter any other character, why they can't counter majority of these other characters, because they don't know their matchup. Like, you know, like, for instance, super countering sword characters are a lot more difficult than countering just regular characters. Like, I will say like an easy character that super counter would be Gohan, Goku, Vegeta. Raditz is not really that hard to super counter, but sometimes he can be, depending on the timing, because, you know, they both have different animations. These characters have different animations. Like, full power Jiren is hard to super counter. Corrupted Zamasu is very hard to super counter. I don't know why, but he is very hard to super counter in this game. I think he's probably one of the hardest characters to super counter in this game, because sword characters in this game are hard, but they're not as hard as in Tenkaichi 3. Like, I don't know what's with that, but sword characters are definitely a little bit more easier to super counter in this game. Another thing is not knowing other characters' rush chains. That is also the reason why a lot of people who use the UI complain a lot about, you know, fighting other characters, or people who are just don't want to learn the game just complain about why these other characters are broken and don't know how to counter them because they don't know how to play those characters, or just don't know how to predict them. So, like, for instance, people are it's kind of hard to super counter Bojack, Super 13, and Garlic Jr. Like, those characters are really good in this game. The only problem is that they have the same animation, which means they have the same grab animations, which I don't know why they got rid of their unique grabs, like they had in BT3, so we're just gonna have to deal with that one. But I definitely will say Bojack and Super 13 and Garlic Jr. are also characters that are semi-difficult to super counter, because a lot of people don't know how to play those characters, or just don't play them in general. Like I said, I'm going to show you why Garlic Jr. has the most unique grab in this game, which he's able to sprint towards you. Remember that, this dude is able to sprint towards you and grab you. It's the most unique game, and why they made, or how Tenkaichi made all these characters like unique. Like, every character in Tenkaichi 3 were very unique in their own way, so I don't know why they got rid of that. Sparking Zero, every big character has the same grab, which I don't know why, but it's the same grab as for everybody else. I really don't know why they gave everybody the same grab, so I think that's pretty stupid. Third reason why I'm making this video is also because that the reason why a lot of people need to use MUI, they feel like that they're going to lose majority of their games, which is kind of not true. If you know how to properly learn the mechanics and learn your character, you'll be fine. The only problem is that many people are just very lazy to learn the game, or just scared to lose their Z rank, even though you get no bragging rights, just like how easy it is to achieve it with no reward. So I really don't understand why a lot of people care about Z rank in this game. It's like the most easiest thing like in this game. It's very easy. And I heard that they're also dropping rank resets, which I hope that gives more people you know, choices to use other characters in ranking instead of worrying about their entire Z rank and, you know, just not really caring, unless they're adding like some new titles, or this brand new like rewards that we haven't gotten in rank system. So I know they're really putting their hearts out into the rank system in this game. But honestly, I really don't care about the ranking in this game. I really just care about fixing, like giving us more combo options and more movement options that we need deeply in this game, and actually reward the defensive side of this game. Because if you're a defensive player and you know you're not getting rewarded, I can see why you're not playing this game. Because you know, a lot of people are based off reactions or based off of actually timing or just being very good on defense in general. And if that's not being rewarded to you for you to be on the offensive side, what's the point of even playing this game? You know, it's bad on their end, because it kind of just makes it say, oh, okay, let's just play a 50-50 roll of dice, and whoever gets the first hit, and basically you pretty much win the game. That's pretty much how this game works in this game, which it's stupid. So now that I'm pretty done talking about the main stuff about the game, now I kind of want to go in the top 10 most underrated characters. It's just something that I've been using these characters. On PS5, I got, I think, almost every character max proficiency. PC, I'm still trying to do it on PC as well, playing every character on a rank. And that's really like the only way that you can really learn all these characters. So I'm probably going to start from bottom to top. So I'm going to start on number 10. So number 10, I'm going to go Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. You know, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan has the most easiest rush chain that you can just predict. It's really not that hard. That's majority of the reason why I'm having him number 10. You know, but then again, he also has some better feats. He has Explosive Wave, which only costs 2 skill counts or skill points. You know, if you're getting comboed like crazy, you know, you don't know how to super counter, you can't super counter, you can use your Explosive Wave. Another thing that he has full power. Not just full power charge, but he has full power. He's able to go into the spark. It takes 4 skill points. So you know, that's pretty decent for a character like him. He has Super Explosive Cannon, which is basically like what is it, his Masenko basically, but you can't use it. I'm not sure if you're able to use it far range. I think it's like Super Explosive Flash. No, it's not like Super Explosive Flash Strike. I'm not sure if I'm getting it mixed up, whether if it's just this character that has the Explosive Cannon. No, I think these characters both have the same thing. So I think Super Saiyan 2 Gohan has it very short range. I'm not sure. Hold on, I haven't used this character in a fat minute. Let's see. Yeah, so it's very short ranged. So if you're very close up and personal to the character, you know, you want to combo them, and then you just want to do that, that can really do a lot of good damage. You see how that did 15k, you can just pretty much extend that. That's kind of why I have Gohan in number 10 spot, just because he's not really of a difficult character to really use. Very easy, very predictable. And yeah, I mean, otherwise than that, he's also does some pretty good damage for a 7 DP character. Now, number 9 spot, he is the, like, now my number 9 spot that I'm gonna have in this game is Bardock. I know a lot of people are probably like, wait, hold on, why is Bardock in this list? He's not that good. Trust me, Bardock is the best 4 DP character. I also want to say he's the most unique character in this game. Here's what I'm gonna say. This character, you're not gonna predict his rush chains. You're not. The only reason why I say that is because nobody uses this character in single battle. For him to be a 4 DP character, he does really good damage. Not even that, he starts off with 4 bars of ki. I believe it's either 3 or 4. I don't remember. But you have a very good advantage off the battle, and from also being a 4 DP character, he's doing like balanced damage. And also, not even that, for him to be a 4 DP character, that means if you're getting hit, since he's a lot weaker than everybody else, you can probably go instant spark 2 times or 3 times in one game. I have gotten to a point where I've been going against MUIs, and I have been having MUIs run away from me because Bardock has super armor, By the way, Bardock has armor when he's in instant spark mode, which I'm going to show you on how this MUI was running away from me, because he knows how dangerous Bardock is. If you know how to play this game, if you know how to know all the mechanics, if you know how to, like, if you just know how to use the character right, I am telling you, people are going to fear this character. Bardock is easily one of the most underrated characters in single battle in this game, even for DP. I don't know what happened. People are not even running Bardock anymore in DP, but he is highly underrated. Highly underrated. Like, it's actually insane. Which you're gonna see right here. That, by the way, I think this MUI player is like top 50, I think. And I am absolutely beating his ass with Bardock. Look at this. He is running away from Bardock. This shows how underrated Bardock is, because he has super armor, and plus you can activate his instant spark probably 3 times in one game because it's a 4 DP character, and his rush chains are unpredictable because a lot of people don't like to, you know, study these characters. It's crazy, man. This dude is actually crazy, and it's kind of criminal that a lot of people underestimate this character in single battle or just DP in general. So that's why I kind of have him number 10 spot in this game. So yeah. Now number 8 and number 7 spot. So number 8 spot, I'm giving Garlic Jr. Garlic Jr. is also another good underrated character. His Makio Star, it gives him a big huge buff. It gives him more defense buffs. It gives him more attack buffs. I also believe it also gives him more key buffs. And then he, you know, having him and Super, I kind of want to say him and Super 13 are probably like the, like, honestly, if you play these characters, if you play Super 13 and you play Garlic Jr., these are the same characters. It's just that the only thing that kind of separates Super 13 from Garlic Jr. is that Super 13 has an Android barrier, but it does have a frame 1 that if you are going against someone like an Android, for example, he has more key. Use your barrier. All it takes is 1 stun, you know, that 1 frame, and you're able to get, you know, your ass clapped by a rush attack. So I definitely will say that 8, I'm giving Garlic Jr., and number 7 spot, I'm giving Super 13. So if you want to try out those characters, trust me, these 2 characters are extremely good, unpredictable with their rush chains, very strong, I for sure want to say. And if you don't, you know, if you can't super counter, or if you want not to super counter, I guess, online, or you want to do it in competitive rank match, you can use Super 13 and use his little Android barrier, which can stop, you know, combos or anything. 6th spot, I'm giving it to Janemba. Janemba is 100% one of the most underrated characters also in this game. That he is very good competitively if you know how to use them right. Rush chains, very unpredictable, like I said. I think he also has Sword Slash, which you can also combo into that, and it does a shit ton of damage. Mystic Breath, obviously if the opponent's in front of you, it only costs only 1 skill point. You can pretty much breathe, put hot breath on them, and it'll just make them float away. I definitely would say that his Evil Cannon or his Lightning Shower Rain, no, his Lightning Shower Rain does pretty good, decent amount of damage. I just don't like his Evil Cannon in this game. I think that's pretty bad. But anything outside of that, this character has very good rush chains. If you haven't used this character, please learn this character. This character is very good, and like I said, sword characters are kind of slightly easier in this game to super counter than BT3, but you know, you still have to put in some work to super counter these sword characters because they're sort of difficult but sort of easy. So if you want to get a chance to get some good wins with this character, it's definitely the right time. Now, number 5 spot, which is obvious that Android is going to be on here. Number 5 spot, I'm giving it to Gamma 1. Gamma 1, just Android characters in general, but this Android character can do a lot of damage. He has a better rush attack than majority of these Android characters. He has better skill sets, majority of these Android characters. Gamma 1 is number 5 spot in this game. Most underrated character, number 5 single battle character in this game. He has ki. If you see my last video, this man can save as much ki. This character is basically just, you don't need a charge. I mean, obviously you don't need to charge. He's an android character. All you do is box. That's all you can do, is just box. And I mean that he has an android barrier that's 2. It costs 2. And not even that, his Gamma Blaster and his Gamma Impact takes off 1 bar. Doesn't matter what DP character you are, you're taking 1 bar from the opponent. This character is crazy. He is a nut job. I kind of want to say he's the most intimidating person to run against because, you know, a character that can save all his ki and can Z-dash when you're, you know, getting knocked, like a hard knockdown. Like, it's, dude, that's a free combo. And this character is saving a shit ton of ki once again. And I'm not gonna lie, androids, if you're fighting against an android, that android is on, like, probably on, like, the best offensive side. And he's not gonna run out of ki. And he's always gonna have advantage over you, so that's why he's number 5 spot in this game. Number 4 spot, I'm giving it to Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Now, Broly, I believe, is a 9 DP character in this game. Either a 9 or a 10. If you're getting hit by this man, if you're getting comboed, it's over. This dude is doing a shit ton of damage, and not even that, he has Explosive Wave. If you're using a 7 DP character, you're not touching this man at all. Anything below, I think, a 6. No, I think anything below an 8, I think you're not even touching this man. I don't think an 8 DP character is touching this man. And not even that, you know, when he goes Instant Spark, he has super armor. And then also he has Omega Blaster. And, you know, if you're traumatized from what happened, you know, when the game first came out, man, when I say Broly was probably definitely up there. His ultimate, you don't want to fuck around with. It takes like 2 bars, man. He's dangerous. Don't ever fuck with Broly. If you're fighting against a Broly, don't mess around with this Broly. You're going to get clapped up, especially with his rush chains and his super attacks. Do not fuck with Broly at all. So if you definitely run against him, just don't fuck around, please. Number 3 spot, Full Power Bojack. With this character, you are getting some decent good damage. Now, I don't know why I said decent good damage. Fuck it. You're getting perfectly good damage with this character. This character is able to stun you with this heavy ki blast. Not even that, he has some very good combos with this character. And also he has a Psycho Barrier, which takes 3 skill points. Thank God I have fought people who are actually using Bojack, who knows how to use them correctly with his rush chains. He is absolutely insane. Like, if you run into like some of these movie characters that I am talking about in this video, please, you gotta tighten up against these characters. These characters are not there to fuck around with, especially Bojack. If you get hit by his stun or his little paralysis ki blast, like, you are fucked. You're fucked. So make sure that this character doesn't get behind you, or you don't get hit by his paralysis ki blast. And obviously, if you're trying to combo this character, expect them to use their Psycho Barrier, because when I tell you, when this character gets the advantage over you, it's pretty much wraps. Number 2 spot. Probably people are going to be very surprised about how underrated this character is. Yes, half-corrupted Zamasu. Like I said, this character is very hard to super counter. I don't know why. Frame 1 super counter with this character is almost impossible. I can't do it. I just can't. Not even that. He has a 2 skill point explosive wave for, I think, what is he, like a 10 DP? This character is almost, I think he's a 10 DP character, and he does, I think, the same amount of damage as, I'm not going to spoil his number 1, but he does very big dick damage. I mean, when this man combos you, your health is probably gone for like this character's probably taking 1 bar. I'm not gonna lie, like off of 1 combo, he's taking 1 bar. This is the type of character you very want to be defensive on. A lot of people want to be defensive against MUI players. If you're fighting this character and this character that I'm about to bring up, who's number 1 spot, who is the most underrated characters in this game. I'm telling you, you want to be defensive fighting against this dude. This dude and the next dude, he's going to be like, you'll see when you run into this character, or if you use them, you'll understand why a lot of people, or let's just say a lot of people are scared of him. Trust me, even I'm still scared to this character, like to this day. He does a lot of damage. Number 1 spot, Super Broly. And if you haven't fought against this guy, you don't want to. You don't. I want to say he's the most strongest character in this game. Knowing how mashable, by the way, if you're new to Sparking Zero, yes, you can mash in this game. All you have to do is spam square. Really, that's all you have to do. If you mash with this character, this dude's taking 2 bars of ki. He's doing 17,000 damage. And that's his combo not ending. And not even that. A lot of people don't know how to master, what is it? Hyperspeed movement? Which is a thing where, you know, if someone's using an AoE attack and you don't know how to dodge that timely, you're cooked. This man, I'm telling you, this man does a lot of damage. You don't want to fuck. If you want to see gameplay, go back to the grand finals and watch Serious Sword play this character. You'll see why a lot of people fear this man. A lot of MUI players actually fear this Broly. This is the strongest Broly in this game. You don't want to mess with him. I mean, like, his rush attacks does crazy damage. Everything about this character. Not even that, he has super armor. I think this character is like a 9 or I'm pretty sure he's a 9 DP in this game. Like, man. You can just hear in my voice me fighting these characters, and trust me, you don't want to fight this character. He is the strongest of them all in damage. You don't want to fight him. But yeah, I just kind of want to make this video. Just whoever made this character, or not made this character, sorry, whoever made this game is just like, oh no, just pretty much said, yeah, I'm gonna go off what I remember about Tenkaichi 3 and just make this game. That's pretty much how they felt making this game. At least that's how I feel. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. See ya.